No, that I do that. I guess what I said didn't come out right because, like, I'll grab any Pokemon that I see that I don't have, but what I'll basically try to do is get like one fire, one electric, one water, and then one flying, and then the other two slots are like breeder slots or trainer level up slots. So I guess I have like four. You know, whatever the first electric I find, I usually stick with the rest of the game. And I don't go for like the EVs and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this guy is kicking my butt. This Spearow from I don't want my main to die, so I guess although he is the highest level, this guy's gonna kill my. This guy might kill me.
Retro.
Embarrassed to say that.
I'm fighting a Pineco. Those definitely weren't in the original game.
Oh no. Oh, uproar and tackle. Now, how can I tell what a move does? Like,
yeah, if you hover over the move when you're in your like list to pick it, a little bubble will come up and tell you what it does.
Okay, I'm gonna go with uproar. That's probably a bad idea. Oh, there we go. 50. Okay.
Ugh. I hate protect.
Oh yeah. It was pretty funny. You were playing Zephyr and Emerald, and you guys they were using like roar or growl or something over and over again, and you ended up beating that Pokemon, which was like, was it like twice your level?
Right.
With bide or something. It
was that gym. It's the first gym. Like, he had killed all my good ones, and I had just like a C-Dot that was just chilling. And
that's
so
right.
all I had was like bide, bide, harden, and something else. So I'm like, well, it's stupid to just do harden. Let me do bide, and so it did. And he just kept using stupid moves, and all of a sudden I beat the crap out of him using bide, and I was just floored.
It was hilarious. That was hilarious.
I was like, we're done. We're done. This is first time I'm gonna pass out. Like, we're done. And then all of a sudden, I was like, wait a minute, did I just beat that gym?
Oh, I accidentally just used Leer.
I hate when I do that.
Yeah, I always try to make my best move first in the list, so I don't.
So you don't do that accidentally. Yeah. Actually, I need to rename my Spearow. What can I name him?
Okay, I ended up taking out the boss. Or the the rival.
Nice.
My level 3 Pokemon just jumped up to like level 6 or 7.
That's the way to be. So where are you exactly?
I went to the left of that town, where we were catching, and then I went up.
Oh, yeah. That is what I need to do.
Yeah.
I'm like way up in that forest, like...
Okay.
Like, what do I do?
It's really cool seeing what people have following them, too.
Oh, yeah, you can see people that have, like, come back.
Yeah, there's a Mankey, there's a, not a Charizard. Wow, why can't I remember all of a sudden? There's a little frog Pokemon. Now, can I talk to them? Their Pokemon? Like, no.
I don't think so.
Can't really interact. There's a Growlithe, perhaps. I think that's a Growlithe. Okay, I'm back in Viridian. I think it's Viridian. Yeah.
I'm about to fight my rival.
Oh, okay, so you must be right where I was at.
Yeah. Well, I was up in that city, or no, I was above the city in the forest, and then I was like, wait, where are you at? And then you made me remember that, like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to go fight my rival.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the mart here, pick up some Pokeballs and potions.
Yeah, I need to do that. But everything, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like everything's like super expensive, and wasn't before. Oh, well, my Mankey just fainted.
Uh-oh.
This does not bode well.
I can't see the prices, so I don't know. Okay, wow, yeah, 200 does seem a lot. I can buy one Pokeball, that's it.
Right. But then at the same time, in my mind, I'm wondering if I'm not just thinking like of Black and White 2 or Black and White 2. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Because like you get a lot of money in that game, I feel like.
Yeah, almost all the games there's a point where money just stops mattering.
Right, you're just like, oh, I always have enough money.
Yeah. There you are. I can see the little ball over your head.
I mean, I'm about to get my butt just handed to me.
Uh-oh.
This is gonna happen. Because there's no point in leaving Bulbasaur out trying to fight this Charmander. And I might just have to grind for a little bit. We know I'm a master at that.
Now, I wonder if there's a place here you can get electric...
Actually, yeah. Because in one of my other characters, I have a Pikachu, and I got it like right around here.
Okay.
Maybe up in that forest that you go to between here and the next city.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say maybe there. Because I think I definitely caught a Pikachu around there.
Yeah, that would help against the water, but...
For sure. Yeah, that's actually... Yeah, that's how... Because I've beaten Misty in one of my characters, and that's how I did it.
Okay. Yeah, when I just remembered when I played Black, and yeah, when I played Black for the first time, I struggled so much with the first gym because I didn't get my what's the like the Panseer, the Simisear, the
yeah.
those guys. Like, I didn't get that guy, so I was weak against the first gym leader, I think it was, and he just beat me over and over and over again. Even when I was like super high level, and finally I went over to that area I was missing and got it, and I was like, oh, that was so easy.
Right.
It's all about the types.
Yeah, for sure. And it's so funny because I was thinking about this the other day. Like, these games can be so in-depth and complicated.
Oh, heck yeah.
But yet, you know, they're marketed as kids games, you know?
Yeah, no, so Pokemon, my younger son, he's 10 now. And when we got Diamond and Pearl right when he was learning how to read. I'm sorry, we got Platinum. And I would say that Pokemon is the reason that he's such a good reader, because up to that point he had never had to read, you know, video game text or anything. And, like, you know, he was interested in books, but, like, he wanted pictures. He didn't... All these words were just so intimidating. But we picked up Pokemon, and he just, like, went to town. I was like, 1 week he didn't know how to read. The next week he's like, oh, Professor Juniper or whatever says blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, what? Like, wait a minute. How did you... What? So, I think he loved it, and he did really well. Like, he beat the game. You know, no issues. At, I don't know, I think he was like maybe 7 then.
Right. And
I have fun just being a completionist and
right.
All that, so. Oh yeah, Viridian Forest is where I think you get Pikachu.
Yeah, I think so too. So I'm gonna probably grind around in here for a little bit. I have one Pokeball, so I gotta do this right.
I better check mine. Yeah. Yeah, I got same.
I'm kind of tempted not to like grind too much in here, so I won't like just annihilate this thing when I attack it. I'm gonna get my Mankey.
Oh, Metapod.
Yeah.
Now, do you play any of the non-RPG games like Pokemon Dungeon or any of that stuff?
Not really.
Okay.
I was at a buddy's house the other day and played whatever that Pokemon Rumble was for the Wii.
Yeah.
And that looked awesome. I really want to play it. I only played the demo.
That's actually... So my youngest son wasn't into Pokemon. Like, I got into Pokemon in 97, 98, something like that. Because my older son at the time, he was like 11, and he had to do a school project. He had to make a commercial, and I was like, well, let's make a video and actually film it instead of just write the script and act it out for your class or whatever. And so he had this like colored wax like Play-Doh, and he made figures of all the Pokemon, like 10 Pokemon.
Right.
And I was like, what is that? What is this you're doing? So I kind of researched it to help him with the video, and I was like, 100 and something characters? Like, that's crazy.
Right.
And I was like, like fire beats water, water beats fire, grass beats water. I'm like, this is pretty cool, okay. And then just through helping him with that project, I got into it. And then when he got too old, we kind of, I kind of fell away. And then, like I said, my youngest son got into it because we just got the Wii, and I basically downloaded all the free demos I could download. And one of them was Rumble Blast. I'm like, Pokemon, you got to try Pokemon,
Right.
And that was it. Like, we were hooked. we had so much fun with that game.
Yeah, it's a cool concept. Like, I'd never even heard of it until, like, just recently, because my Wii's actually been out of commission for a while, and totally was, like, a total fixable issue, but I just got a Wii U, and I was moving everything over, and then my buddy got one, so I was helping him use the transfer tool. And when he was doing that, he's like, have you ever tried this game? I was like, what game? And he's like, just try it. And it was that Rumble Blast, and I was like, this is cool.
Yeah.
I like the idea, so.
Yeah, I wish you could evolve and stuff like that, but honestly, I really had a blast with just the feeling of moving through the world and stuff was pretty good.
Yeah, for sure.
This is interesting. I just switched my bird Pokemon to my first, and it didn't change the one that's following me, though.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It just, whatever one you've drug out behind you is the one that follows you.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be your first.
I like that a lot, actually.
So
you can kind of have your quote-unquote favorite.
Right.
Now, I'll tell you, if you do get Rumble Blast, do you want me to tell you what I feel like the most useful Pokemon is?
Sure.
The best Pokemon that I've seen has this attack called Magic Leaf, which shoots out 4 leaves at once, and it can knock back the enemy. And if you're hitting them like boom, 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 like it's so fast, they'll just never get close to you. But it's a Togekiss. So Togekiss with Magic Leaf is something I would look for if I were you. It's a lot of fun though. And
yeah, I would like to play it.
Yeah, we beat the one on the original Wii, and now I'm playing. Oh no, I just beat the Rumble Blast on the DS, 3DS, which is pretty cool.
Now, is it the same game?
No, it's different. It's similar, right? It was a different story and
okay, cool.
A little bit different mechanics for
Gotcha.
Majority's the same. And we've played the Dungeon series, the Ranger, the Conquest. I mean, we've pretty much tried them all at this point.
Yeah, I think I kind of missed all of those because a lot of those were coming out right about the time I was in college. I mean, like the first Pokemon game came out, I was, let's see, 3rd or 4th grade. So I was young.
Yeah.
And so I probably quit playing probably in high school, maybe even middle school. And then there, you hit a point in college where you're like, I don't care, I'll do whatever I want.
Yep.
There's this time, in your life where you're like, I can't, that's kid stuff. And then eventually you hit an age where you're just like, I'm going to do whatever I have fun doing and forget you.
Yep.
And that's when I got back in, and that was with Emerald. But then I didn't have a DS for so long, so I missed a lot of stuff because of that.
Yeah. Well, for me, it was like I was traveling back and forth on the train every day to work, and so having my Game Boy was perfect because I could just sit down and play something.
Right.
And, I think I don't really remember having too many other games besides Pokemon. So and it kept me busy for a long time. So
it's weird because I miss those days.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it the other day. Like, if I'm somewhere and I'm only gonna be like, I'm gonna be like sitting for a few minutes. Like, I'm not like I have a DS, I have a 3DS but I have the 3DS XL, and so I'm not gonna tote that joker around. But even when I had like the regular 3DS, I never, that was not my default. My default was just to pull out my phone and play games on my phone.
Yes, same here.
And so that's like, I have an iPhone now. That's the one thing I miss about having an Android phone, because I had like Pokemon ROMs and stuff on that.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Because since it's Android and it's open source, I mean, there were tons of emulators that you could get.
Okay.
And actually, I had the first Motorola Droid had a little slide-out keyboard, and I actually would slide out my keyboard, and then I bought this like thing this guy made that would make your keyboard turn into like a gamepad, and I would play the crap out of some Pokemon on my phone.
Okay.
And I mean, I have iOS now, which, God, I love my iPhone, but I was thinking about it the other day, because the big Pokemon announcement that we had that told us about X and Y.
Yeah.
One of the things people were passing around was that, oh, well, maybe it's going to be a Pokemon game for iOS, and I was like, that'd be sweet, but it's never going to happen.
No way.
Because Nintendo knows that is what's going to pull people into to buying like DSs and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's a huge thing for them. I really didn't expect that to be 2 new games though, like new generations.
No, not that quickly. I literally thought it was going to be like a Pokemon Rumble or something like that.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking, because I read some stuff, people were saying it was a project called Pokemon Rainbow, which people were saying was going to be like all the generations like remade, basically eliminating the need for any more remakes.
Okay.
And while that would be awesome, I'm much more excited that we landed with like new games coming out.
I think so. I'm interested because, like I said, I've got all the 649 or whatnot, and I do need something new to catch. I mean, that's what keeps me in, is trying to catch them all. But I wouldn't mind a Ruby Sapphire remake, like I said, just because I haven't played it.
Right.
And I just read, or maybe it was on that DYK gaming site channel that said that Black and White 2 have all the items from Ruby and Sapphire in the code.
Yeah, they do.
So people are thinking there was going to be a remake, but at this point, I'm sure there won't be.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of wondering if maybe they're just going to pull... I wonder how many of the original Pokemon are going to be in this new game.
Why? You mean catchable, or... I mean, they'll have them all in the Pokedex after you beat the game for sure.
Well, right. But I'm thinking, like, I wonder how many would be catchable. I mean, I know we're introducing a new generation of Pokemon, but for me, like, and I hope Nintendo realizes this, but like for me, I love the new generations, but growing up with it, like, it's cool to see these characters like that I've known for forever, and to see how they've redesigned them, but to make them look better, to fit whatever graphical thing they're doing.
Yep. That's one thing that I like about some of the spin-off games, like the Dungeon series.
Yeah.
Because you don't start with the same starters. You start with, like, Shinx or something else.
Right.
And so they do mix it up. It's pretty cool.